How would you frame this one? You're the prosecutor. How would you frame this one, knowing that, yeah, there's an ugly history there, and Terry Thompson, yes, he looks like a warm, handsome guy. It seems like behind closed doors he was a monster. But how do you frame it so that they're locked in on just the homicide on August the 9th?
Sure. Well, I think one thing you don't do is, I don't think you adopt a dismissive attitude of the abuse. I think, in fact, as a prosecutor, it would be wise to almost embrace that may have been the reality that they were living in, that this was an abusive household, that she had suffered at the hands of abuse. But you have to drive home the point to the jury that, to my colleague's point, that doesn't mean she was without options. And certainly that doesn't mean that she was allowed to take the law into her own hands and take this man's life. That essentially what the defense is asking to believe is that she had no other choice but to take his life at that moment, and driving home to them that is simply not reasonable, that is simply not what we can tolerate in our society, and that yes, abuse is awful, and yes, she may have been a victim of abuse, and we're not trying to excuse any of that, but what we are trying to say is that doesn't give her an excuse to commit murder.